What are the kinds of steps you think, organizations to take to get prepared for probably another attack, or just be, vigilant and have a secure network?
So I certainly think an Australian perspective is use the government advice.
Okay.
But one of the things that it's sort of become more apparent that we're starting to get colliding strategies between being cybersecurity safe or safer, you're
Yeah.
not really safe, but
Yep.
safer, versus other trends like bring your own devices. And we're starting to get these collisions of devices which are not under the control of the organisation, but the organisations are letting those devices access the data. And now what we're starting to see is, I think people are going to have to start reviewing what their previous strategies were and starting to get a grip of that collision of different strategies. So where you fully control your own IT assets and what's on the desktop and what people can use are very, very good. But where you've gone down a BYOD type environment, then your attack vector is much, much wider. And I would dread the situation where you had a BYOD enterprise, and then somebody brings in an infected BYOD device, and then effectively everybody else's BYOD devices is all encrypted, via a WannaCry sort of attack. So I think certainly at a policy level, some of these colliding of strategies are going to have to be sorted out. But one of the other things which the ASD recommend is security in depth, and that's where I think some of Juniper solutions are really going to become important, particularly with these colliding of different strategies. And things like Juniper's SDSN type solutions, I think are going to be needed for two reasons. The first one is the attackers are using machines to attack organisations. To think that you can have a human defend against hundreds of machines attacking you that's just not going to work. It's just not going to scale. So we're going to need to use that sort of technology where we have machines helping us defend ourselves. So the days are gone where a security analyst can deal with that sort of stuff. So we're going to need that automated response.
So when you mean machines are helping us, that's presumably machine learning?
Yeah, so a whole bunch of things around the whole SDSN story that we have, whether it's machine learning, also getting the recognition of infected lists that are globally known, because one person's bad experience, other people can learn from that. So for example, lists of botnet servers. So your organisation mightn't have found that, but you get the advantage of that data being aggregated up for you and delivered to you. And I think that's essentially what's happening and evolving from the vendor land in cybersecurity, which is there is no one vendor that has all the answers, but the sharing of information and the sharing of attacks, and importantly, certainly from Juniper's perspective, is bringing in third-party solutions which integrate really nicely into our SDSN architecture is absolutely key, because then you actually have the true end-to-end capability of securing your environment.
All right, thanks a lot, Mark, for being on our show. It was a pleasure understanding, how the security landscape is in ANZ. And I hope you enjoy the APAC Tech Summit and you get to meet your peers that you were talking about.